Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Mrs. Jivan's lesson on solving word problems with model drawing. Okay, today we're going to draw some comparison models. Okay, but remember, before we begin solving any word problems, we have to remember the acronym that we have learned for solving word problems, okay, which is STAR, S-T-A-R, where we first have to study the problem, okay, now understand the problem carefully and even highlight or write short notes to help you to understand the problem, right? Then we're going to think of a plan. Now, what are some of the possible ways to solve the problem? What are some of the heuristics that we'll be using? Is it drawing a model? Okay, is it working backwards? Is it drawing a table? All right. And then we are going to act out the plan by doing our working step by step and writing down all our equations. And then, of course, the last part is the checking part, which is to reflect. Okay. Now, so what is the acronym that will help you to check your work? It is NTUC, which is check for the numbers, that you have transferred the numbers correctly from the question, okay, that you have written all your units and that your calculations are correct. Okay, now this page can actually be found on the second page of your heuristics worksheets, okay? All right, so now that we know the two acronyms STAR as well as NTUC, okay, let's now begin. So please turn to page 7 of your worksheet, okay? Okay, so let's now begin by studying the problem, okay? Okay, so begin by studying the problem. Now let's read. Alvin paid $168 for 3 DVDs and 2 CDs. Each DVD cost twice as much as a CD, and how much did each CD cost? Oh, so he actually bought 5 items altogether, 3 DVDs and 2 CDs, and it cost him altogether $168. Okay, and we also know that one DVD costs twice as much as a CD. So the DVD is more expensive and it costs 2 times more than the CD. So the question is asking how much did each CD cost, right? Okay, so in this case, if we are going to find the cost of a CD, okay, what are we going to do? All right, the best way to solve this problem, of course, is to draw a model, okay? Now, so this brings us, we have studied the question. Now, this brings us to thinking of a plan, right? We're going to use a comparison model, okay? And in fact, in this question, we have to draw 2 models, okay? One over here and one over here. All right, and we're going to begin drawing the first model by looking at the second sentence here. Each DVD costs twice as much as a CD. So for one DVD, there will be 2 units, and for one CD, there will be 1 unit. All right, then we go ahead and draw the other model, the one below here, which is for 3 DVDs and 2 CDs. If one DVD, there are 2 units, then of course 3 DVDs, there will be 6, right? 3 times 2, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so there'll be 6 units altogether. Now, and then there are 2 CDs, so we draw 2 units. Okay, now, so now that we have studied the problem and we have thought of a plan, okay, we have drawn our model, right? We can act out the plan. Okay, so now if we look at this model, all right, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units is $168, right? So how do we find 1 unit? So we write 8 units is $168, and 1 unit is 168 divided by 8, which gives you 21. Okay, so that's our final answer because we are finding the cost of 1 CD, which is 1 unit. All right, now so we have acted out our plan, and now it's time for us to reflect. All right, so when we do our reflection, remember NTUC. Okay, now let's check our numbers. 168, 168. Okay, so we have written the numbers correctly. Now 168 divided by 8 is 21. All right, now so how do we check whether our answer here is correct? We can actually work backwards and take 21 times 8 to see if we get 168, right? Okay, so we get 168. All right, so that we know our answer 21 is correct. Okay, so we have actually transferred the numbers correctly. All right, and then we'll go on to the units. Did we include the units? All right, with problem sums that are involving money, we need to put our dollar sign, okay, on all the equations as well as the answer. So we have done that. All right, and then our calculations, we have checked that 168 divided by 8 is indeed $21, okay? All right, so we have done our NTUC, okay, and we have checked, all right? Now, don't forget also to check your model to make sure that we have everything in our model, like our numbers here, okay, our labels, and our question mark, all right? Now that we have checked, we can then move on to the next question, okay?